Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming in my new living room. I've just moved house and my filming room has not been put together yet. So I didn't want to miss a week of uploading, so I thought I would film something a little bit more casual downstairs. I know you guys quite like this vibe, so I do like to do one now and again, and that's what I'm going to do today. Obviously my film room isn't set up, which means I don't have access to a lot of my makeup. It's all in our new garage. So I have grabbed what I have that's come in that's kind of new and some of my everyday makeup. So I don't know what I'm going to create. Hopefully you will still love whatever it turns out to be. So let's get on with today's tutorial. I'm going to start with lips. I'm going to use this lip balm by Glow Recipe. This is a watermelon flavour. So it's got tiny little bits of coconut sugar in, which exfoliate your lips throughout the day as well as super softening. It smells so yummy. If you like watermelon, you will love this. As you can see, it gives a bit of a tint to the lips, so when your skin's a bit more even than mine is, it's a nice way to kind of amp up your natural lip colour. Next I'm going in with the shade Pore and Prime Balm. This is a great way to give a bit of a blurry appearance to the T-zone where you have visible pores. A little of this does go a long way, so I need a very light amount. I've got a mirror just here, so if I keep looking down, that'll be why. This also contains vitamin E, so it's good for the skin. I don't always use a primer. It's not something I always reach for. But some days I just want a little bit more perfection. On the rest of my face, I'm going to use this Rose Dew Firming, Smoothing and Refining Primer by A La Carte Cosmetics. This is going on the outer perimeter of my face, more of a dewy finish. It works as a nice primer and a bit more of a hydrator, and it smells like rose. I've never really been a huge fan of the smell of rose, but this one's really delicate, so it's actually quite nice. The idea of this is to reduce the appearance of redness and skin texture, and it's super lightweight. It doesn't leave the skin feeling tacky. It's a really luxurious primer, but without feeling super rich. It's a nice way to get that hydration. So if you don't like silicone primers, such as the Pore one, then this is a nice one to try, especially if you've got more dry skin. I have curled my hair today, but it was just kind of like doing its own thing right in front of my face today, so I've bunged it out the way. So VIEVE Cosmetics have come out with a new product called Skin Dew, and this is a multitasking glow. Again, a little of this really does go such a long way. You can apply it with your fingers or a brush. You can use it over your makeup, under your makeup. You know I like more of a subtle glow, so I'm going to go underneath my makeup on the tops of my cheekbones. It kind of has a bit of a chocolate smell to it. I don't think anyone else has really said that. It might just be me. So as you can see, it gives you a really beautiful dewy finish to the skin. I'm doing it underneath my foundation because I want it to have a bit of a lit from within glow. A little bit up here. For foundation today, I'm using the Fresh Skin foundation by AU. It's bound to be freezing because it's been outside in the garage. A little blob on my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection brush. So this foundation is like a second skin foundation, but it is highly pigmented. This one is hydration, radiance, all in one, with a second skin finish that really does give you coverage. AU is a brand that's kind of new to me. The company is Irish, and so far everything I've tried from them has been incredible. Everything that I've tried rivals that of high-end products. So I've been really, really impressed with them. I mean, you can just see straight away, it doesn't look mask-like, but it definitely evens out the skin, and it's super lightweight. I'm going to take that across the eyes as well. The shade I'm using is Light Medium 2. It's supposed to be coming into summer in the UK, but we've not had, actually we've had one hot day, just one day where I was able to get out in a bikini, but I mean, it's not going to do anything for my tan, is it, one day? Waiting on that good weather. At the minute I'm still in my winter skin foundations. Pop a little bit more just for my forehead. AU have got two foundations. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. They've got two foundations. One is more of a full coverage, which is so lovely. I have done a little how-to over on my Instagram using that one actually, so if you don't follow me already, go and have a nosy. I'm also going to take the AU concealer. This one is the Instant Under Eye Concealer, and I got this maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I have used it every single day. I've literally not picked up anything else. This is the only concealer that I've used that literally does not enhance fine lines and wrinkles. I've used a fair few that look beautiful under the eyes, don't necessarily enhance fine lines and wrinkles, but again, you can still see that you're wearing a bit of makeup. That's just how concealer is. But this one is so good. It's just like nothing else I've ever tried. So it comes with a little sponge applicator. It has a little twist button just to kind of push the foundation through the sponge. I have 2 shades. I've got medium 3, which I kind of use under the majority of my eye, and then I've got light medium 2, which I use just on the inner corner to brighten. So this is going underneath my eyes, a little bit on the corners. I'm also going to put a little bit over the top, down here, and then just a little bit in the centre for coverage. Then pop in a little bit of the lighter colour just on the very inner corner of the eyes. Use a brush or your fingers to work it in. I'm going to use my fingers, so you can just bounce your finger over the top to press that in. Such a lovely formula, really lightweight. I'll be honest, I don't believe the brand come in a wide range of colours yet, but I am hoping that the brand is looking to expand on its shade range to be a little bit more inclusive of diverse colours. So it really does blend in like a dream, and as I say, you can just use your fingers like I am. And these products are perfect for everyday wear. The lady who owns the brand is called Susie, and she has her own Instagram where she shares all of her products, how to use them, tutorials using them. So if you do invest in some of these, there is an abundance of different tutorials on how to use the products over on her page, as well as AU's Instagram. I'm just going to do my eyebrows and then I will be back. Taking my ZOEVA Luxe Sheer Cheek Brush in the number 127 and the Italian Summer Face Palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, which is beautiful. I'm going to take the bronzer shade and I'm going to warm up the circumference of the face. So always starting on the outer half on this part of the forehead, and then use what's left on the bristles to work that up. If you've got a small forehead this way, then don't bronze or contour around the top because you'll only make your forehead look smaller. I love this brush because it is angled, it does all the work for you. Follow the natural contours and curvature of the face. You can also sweep a little bit up onto the sides of the nose, a little bit on the top of the nose because that's where the sun hits. Don't go crazy with it though, because otherwise you'll look like you've been rubbing your nose in a sandpit. Also take it around your jawline. I'm going to take a small amount of the Kevyn Aucoin contour powder, dip your finger in, get the tiniest amount of powder, put it over both fingers, and then just run that down the sides of your nose, just to add a little bit of colour there, but also just to shape it slightly. Because we've not set the foundation yet, you can really press it in. It will kind of like melt into the foundation. Really do like to work with my fingers because you've got more control than you have with a brush. I'm going to keep the eyes really simple because it's a daytime look. I'm going to take this Peachy Nudes palette by A La Carte Cosmetics. They kindly sent me an abundance of products to use. So I want to try some new bits. I'm going to take this really pretty peachy shade. And again, I'm just going to take it on my finger for ease. And I'm going to pop that over the lid. I love nice light products that you can just kind of like throw on with your finger. I'm going to go back into my bronzer shade from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette and just put that into the socket to warm the eye, just to match the skin. That's quite a scratchy brush. Use this one instead. Sometimes I find with brushes that have natural hairs, after some time of using them, they tend to get a bit scratchy. You should condition your brushes. I'm going to take this matte brown shade and on a small brush I'm going to run that close to the root of the eyelashes. I'm going to keep that close to the root of the eyelashes on the outer third. As it comes in towards the middle, get really thin and close to the root. So when your eyes are up, it almost thickens the look of your mascara when it goes outwards. So it might be easy for you to look down into a mirror and then almost stamp the colour along where you want it. And if you tap off all the excess product, you won't get any fall down. I'm giving it quite thick on the outer edge, which I quite like, especially with shadow, because it's not so full on, so you can almost afford to do that. I've got different shaped eyes, so I always have to kind of like tackle them differently. I'm also going to take what's left on the brush underneath the lower lash line on the outer third, and that will just be really, really soft. Whenever I do these day looks, I don't tend to go dark along the waterline, but I'm going to today. I'm going to use this classic brown pencil by Charlotte Tilbury. This used to be called Audrey, but now I think it's just classic brown. So if you think of this as your waterline, and this lip here is where your eyelashes are, we're going to run it along this lip, not all the way on the inside, if that makes sense. So drop it down slightly, just kind of work it between the root of your lower eyelashes. I have shared this tip many times. It's a great way to almost give you a sultry finish to the eye, like you've just got tons of lashes, rather than you've just gone in with a load of dark brown along the waterline, which can be quite intense and not always flattering for every age group or for everyday makeup. So it looks like I'm wearing eyeliner, but it hasn't closed up the eye as much. I'm popping on these lashes called Ava by Claudia Solaris, and she does some beautiful natural looking lashes on a really nice fine clear band, beautiful for bridal. She does a whole range of different ones. She's from the UK. I'm pretty sure she ships worldwide, but I will double check and I'll pop it in the description bar for you. I've got some duo glue on. I'm going to pop that in the centre and then fold the edges in. You probably will want to go through and just fill in the little clear band so that it's kind of not visible between your natural lashes. The placement for your eyelash is on your natural lashes, but it right up to the root, so it almost adheres with the skin, but it's still on the actual hair. I'm then going to take my eyelash curlers and give them a pinch with my natural lashes. It's going to give them a curl, it's going to get them to sit upright. Make sure that they adhere to the natural lash underneath. Then I'm going to take some Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. This one has got better as time's gone on. When I first tried it, I liked it, didn't love it because it flaked. And I've been trying it since, but I think as the air's got into it, the formula's got better. I've always preferred mascaras after a couple of weeks once the air gets into the tube. You don't have to put mascara on. I like to because I like the look of mascara. I'm less a fan of the look of individual lashes, and these will give you a soft fluffy look, but I prefer it when it's got a little bit more of a mascara look. I'm also going to put some of that on my lower eyelashes. Do you put your mascara on like this on your lower lashes, or like me, like that? I think that deposits too much for me, even if I take off the excess. For blush today, I'm going to use this a la carte Blush Touch blusher in the shade Coral, which you know I'm a massive fan of. This is the shade, it's so pretty, and underneath this compact is a little brush, so if you're on the go, it's a handy little compact to put into your makeup bag. So I'm going to keep this on the outer half of the cheek so it lifts the face and adds a nice youthful flush. Are you a fan of the trends on Instagram now where they're putting the blush right on the tip of the nose, all down the sides of the nose? I thought it looked nice at first, like the subtleness of it, but now people are going crazy with it and they look like they've been bopped on the nose. I like this because it's quite subtle, so you can really build it up. On my lips, I'm going to use the Diego Della Palma Passion Lip Stylo in 236. I like these because they're so moisturising. I wanted to use the one by a la carte that I've got called Staycation, but it's somewhere with my makeup, so I need to find it, so I will use it because it's really lovely. But this is equally lovely, which is perfect for this time of year. We just need the sun to come out now. Annoyingly, I can't find a black eyeliner to go over the little clear bits of the lashes, but it doesn't matter. But this is today's look. I hope you've enjoyed it. I think it's really beautifully fresh. It's super simple and definitely appropriate for daytime. Super nice. Natural daylight. It's this close that you can see the lash band, but forgive me for today since I can't find any of my makeup. Looks really lovely and radiant. The foundation and the concealer is so pretty. So if you love a kind of peachy toned look, I hope you've enjoyed this. I'll list and link all the products I've used in the description bar. If there's anything that I haven't mentioned or you have a question about, leave it in the comment section below and I'll do my best to get back to you. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please come follow me outside of YouTube over on my social handles, which will be on screen for you now. I've been doing a lot of Q&As over on Instagram. Thank you for watching and I will see you next week. Bye.